Welcome back to aweiy3. Like, comment, and share me videos from I am one Casamode share. Very good, and I just say Martin say, and someone so oh my Ghana. Anyway, I say a fanina and I'm a cowboy piano, maybe Jim. Na monso mache margin. Na men say umbre and a wada jinti. Come home. Na young quite new go tea and someone so ewo mamukana honeybe embra. But
problem I want to say. Yempeno kra ye mamwa na ya yesi ye ka no kra no so etoda ne ye ka no ni de ye no kra no ya na ebuabra asori bia e wo Ghana ha bia se asori mani nimo se omu nimo asori no sika e hye project him including me sorry SDA, the church and the churches paid money. Ntina wo bo asofo we mudino. Sometimes sebi enya yempese beka, but asofo no ankasa from the beginning. I can tell you say omu kan obi na ma president etu anamo na otu. Entina ekoba na say ye ni ana ye raise constitutional issues ukra no sebi ye ya bonsanfo na yesu bi mada. I'm telling you, even in the court, the Supreme Court, one of the judges, the president of the panel, the presiding judge, Biza me say me some bay. Now me catch and say me a Bible believing Christian. Man can't sorry me, and I did that for a reason. Obisa me lawyer, and on also decline to answer that. But now me person engaging me further. Me sure say or tell me first response. No one will say, look, I researched on this and went to the National Cathedral in Washington. No cathedral in the world was built by any state. Not the one in UK, not one in France, not one in Washington. They are private. And so I'm sorry, 8 years ago. Now, but I say, o minor na say the question na ya asase. This is what.
Yes, this seed man.
Please. I'm talking about the judgment in the conference Attorney General case. The Attorney General came to court and said that all the state was doing was supporting. But this was not a Christian initiative. It was an initiative by the state. The Supreme Court ignored that fact we put before them. When you said there was even a likely diplomatic rift. Malifo embassy was affected. As I say, for a period. But a diplomatic issue, me person me kind no be. As dina chassie, ebesi sese ye kase. Empeni akasa ho no fa. Me papa, the late Dr. Asententwi. He didn't even understand it until say share me mama ba kufie and obusa me train mu the position anamatiki any constitutional basis that make up. And the fact that there was even hard board question in my application. And also, he's late.
No, but you see, Kabila's position has been.
And I believe the Supreme Court was wrong in their judgment. I believe so. The fact that I didn't go for a review doesn't mean say I agreed with them. Parliament endorsed it by giving seed money. And he forgot that they had passed a budget in 2018 to give government seed money of $25 million. Contrary to what the government was saying in court.
We are all part of it.
Then 2020, and here me, complicit. I campaigned for Akufo-Addo in 2020. Okay. So we're endorsing his program. And in the me person United as I my president. And I said, one way what Bermuda, yes, ye went from
collective stuff.
Last point, Minia, some president, Papa Minia Madame for Augustus Gusitano, senior. Omo issues cathedral, no, Omo Daniel, what was that? Did he do that in consultation with the president? Oh, in Comuna, ye did sensational aspects, in some no facts, see the city. Diako Kodrui made the message say Abodi Akekano, Yan Train Swanson. You see, ye mua, Yan Tree, Yan and Semuna. There, a Yame kissing in a cacran say, where the Sikana Akodi Nipano. ebro de won krata mu enya say de won krata mu no ebro de akokodi
bi a obi atia bi so
no I'm saying don't make that claim. That is the more reason why we should be patient. You see,
I agree with him because
all of us, let's be comfortable with what government of the day is doing. My opinion is that the Kabila class are more. There's a need to put a total stop to we see what was there. And here, abide that openness to work around it. Yama individuals involved, that opportunity to answer. Yeah. And yes, idea, if we take partisan positions, and we will not
this has not been partisan. For me, I'm saying somebody like Kabila who has held a position there. We cannot do religious versus the secular in a secular state. Yeah. I agree with him and I stand with him. But support to part of the religious community with the taxpayers' money. So that's why I say, as for him, that
was also part of it.
But what we are saying is, just yesterday,
in this case, it was not supporting.
I will land in 1 minute.
We are initiating.
I am landing on this. Just 1 minute. We are in a regime saying that just yesterday, people were going to Hajj. We subsidized. In fact, we sponsor people. And these are in the millions of dollars. Yeah. And then immediately within the same framework and within the same environment, we are saying this cannot be done. And if he who has a position against both is saying something, but the one who is sponsoring one side of the religious community is saying we cannot do it for the other community, I have a problem with that. So this is my position.
I don't want us to...
Everybody can disagree. But my position is, if we want to go secular, let's go the American way. No religious, whatever, and we go.
This matter, I call court. Maybe we will revisit in terms of state-sponsored issues like this, like the Hajj, like what Christians want to do. Bishop Cultures, I'm a Christian for Eco Car Park, Nom Kobompire, forecourt of Parliament House. It's a car park. Bishop argument, But the proper killing of all those
what will be the cost for the liability to the state?
But the proper killing, you see, the Supreme Court had an opportunity to make a determination on the state versus religion relationship, as it's been done in other jurisdictions as the US. But they failed. They chose, they denied my invocation of the original jurisdiction to interpretation and said they were dealing with enforcement issues I had raised. When you say, ratio, the and you say, population argument, that we have 71% of Ghanaians who were Christians. That time, 17% of Muslims and Ghanaians who were Muslims. So 88.8% of the population were religious. So it was okay for the state to support. But the argument we had presented before them was that once Hajj board,
would it be wrong?
What we say, I am not against the state supporting
for yes or
no. In this case, the state was not supporting. The state was actually the actor. It was the state that was initiating
it. Came across as if said
the Supreme Court ignored that fact we put before them.
No.
And that's my point. Doctor, somebody these are different arguments altogether.
I can give you the facts.
Because the genesis of what we have now is as a result of not the other court and
that is the fundamental issue. No? But in the case of National Cathedral, there is a secondary issue. The fact was it was a state. Secondly, state no koye no
accounting issues.
A good state no koye no. Dear na yenya ewu.
It seems to have
Who is that?
Yes. His argument will not hold. What to foundation? What's it then about? What do you want to get everybody?
Honorable, what is the Hajj board? Every year, accounting issues.
Yes.
Every year, including this year. Including this year. On my way, message to the Yenya cantata.
Fundamentally, the state.
That's from the cantata.
So you are asking what you are getting from the building.
Also that isn't true that the government has said, oh, you show as cultural center.
Yeah, me say cathedral but the inconsistencies coming from government sectors is what I'm talking about.
I've been told that
yes, on whose authority was my senior and friend Guzitano. On whose authority was the project? Do you get me?
I think it's even too early. It's even too early because as we speak here, the government programs and the plans are this year.
And then there are legal issues too.
You get me?
Government has dissolved. Government, you may go into some legal issues, sir. A bit may affect true so we court
really
judgment because say incorporated. The law. The law. No, I directly say. The Attorney General should take
and that is it. To accompany everything can have birth and death. That's right. Government, but what you say, it's a legal matter. This is a legal personality.
That's right.
It's a trustee.
That's right. Why is the president saying they should kill that legal person?
But what's your problem with that?
My problem with that is we put a group of people together, Christians. They incorporated the company. Want to look for financing.
There are so many reasons.
They are going to do so many things to raise money for the project.
There are so many reasons.
Say a buying part in that woman. I have a problem with that.
Deal with a buying part.
Not only that.
So where is the problem?
Even a private company is a problem.
Presby Church. They all with the
No.
And then leave the churches to
say one private company cry. Let's say you solely own it, and there's a legal way of dissolving.
No, I don't have a problem with that. What I'm saying is,
but you can't fault the president. If the president dies,
he has the
we should go through the legal means to dissolve that.
What I'm saying is, me say, maybe a Christian, so me kasa say Christian. Yeah, we mosques, Biblia, yes, someone kasa the ACU. Say Christopher, say I saw for Mumbra together. Obia wa sorry. Ye ni ankasa yensi sorry ma o mine. Why would the president say he won't agree?
Okay.
That's the question I'm asking. I don't think the president Becca say a Christopher as of work to put them back together say kopesika baby aye kopeno na ye mumra bia so na ye de esi asore dan. Who say a buying sada woman no me ye free me ni we ya 100%. But as of one say ye ba be si asore dan ma my year.
Is that the case? Is that the case?
Not that
I saw for that trustee board of trustees.
There's a reality.
Who put them together?
Not the ifs.
The reality is. Why do you say no?
Who even put them together?
There are more issues. There are more issues in this report. You see, I'm very careful because I have dissected this document. And I'm still discussing it with my lawyers. A raising issues are, if he say accrue some legal rights to me, but the lawyers can better position that for me. And but the message can say, oh my Ghana,
completely.
Especially when it comes about Nyamesema. No, me can Nyamesema, me can. Say ye nkramofo, say ye Christopher, say ye nananum so ayi because Nyankopon kedi ampon no aye nananum nim no ansa na Quran ne Bible ba no. Ye nada no ye nsi na twetwe. Je wu bia no obetwa.
African traditional religion.
Nyankopon dey.
You understand? God cannot be, you see, we cannot mock God. Whatever it we so. That be abotre no wo na nya sa akse kwabra me no nka ba na ye ko
na be dey me na na akse me say mind na so me tro bi mponya me
dey abotre me dey say abotre
o my say ye nyina ye biara de bia wa ye bia ensem fata egu Nyankopon ani mu ase say Kristo ni none of us will ever support.
Yes,
none. Me I would now because this can chief of bibro obiana. Exactly.
Okay, so let's end up, doctor, with two things. In just one thing,
public interest issue.